In this tutorial, I want to look at the text tool. I'll be doing subsequent tutorials about how to deal with text in general in Inkscape by looking at the text menu and also by looking at the extension text drop downs here. But first, for this tutorial we concentrate on this text tool here. So normally when you click the text tool, these menus pop up, and most of them I think you might be familiar with, but there are some others which are a bit special. So let's look here. First of all, when you come here, you see this one gives you the font, the type of font that you will be using. So you can make your choice. You can choose which font you want to use by clicking here. For us now, I have chosen sans serif. So when you just click, you can just write something. For example, I write happy birthday, and then I enter like normal. If I want to go to the next line, happy birthday my dear. Okay, now we have this here. We can also change it if we want it to be normal, want it to be italic, we want it to be bold, or we want it to be bold at italic. Whichever you want, you choose that, and that's it. Now you can choose the font size here. For this size is 22. You can increase it, you can decrease it, you can also edit it manually here. Now this gives you the option to choose in inches, in whatever way measurements you prefer. I prefer this. And then this one A here is the spacing between the baseline. It means the spacing, the vertical spacing. So let's have a look at it. Let's increase this to maybe 3. And then when you hit enter, you see the space increase. You can use also the minus or the plus to work with that. Let's see here. I go back again to my 1, enter. Now you can either choose whether you want lines, centimeters, millimeters, inches, PC. I just stick with the lines. And then this here is for the text alignment, whether you want it left justified, you want it centered, you want it right justified. I go to left justified again. This is to toggle for superscripts, and this will be subscripts. Normally this is helpful for mathematicians or chemists or people who want to write something which has a superscript or a subscript. So let's look at this here. I start something new here. I just click and then left mouse to go to another place, and maybe I want to write x squared. So first of all, I write x and then 2, and then I use the arrow keys on my keyboard for me to go and pick the 2. So I go and use the left arrow key, I go left, and then I select the 2. Yes, now it's selected, and then you go here and then you just press it, and then you have your x squared there. Imagine you want now maybe x subscripts, or you want to write the formula of WhatsApp, which is H2O, for example. You just move again your arrows on your keyboard, you go to the 2. We want to do the 2. Yes, I go here, and then you just hide, and then you come here. Oh, this is not O. I think I wrote I hope it's capital O. It looks like a 0. Anyway, that's not what we are doing here, but that's how you can use the subscripts. Now when you come here, you want to space. This is for spacing between the letters. So let's select, come here again. If you want to come in, you just come in here, you just click and then you come in, or you double click. I want to deal with this, so I can also, one thing I forgot to have told you, that any letter, whatever you write, a text you write, it acts normally like any object here, like a circle or a square. You can select it, and then you can, for example, this, if I want to not distort it, I go to Control and then I press Control, and then I can make it big or I can make it small. If this is, I can click again. If I double click to get this, as you can do with the objects, and you can, you can either rotate it, or whatever you do with the objects, you can do with this normally. Now let's see, we want to deal with it. I go to this again, or maybe I write a new thing so we can continue. I can show you the other things. All right, have a nice day. So I have a nice day there. We were here, we wanted to change the spacing, so let's change this to, maybe for it to be very visible, I change it to 10, and you see it gave us a nice spacing here. This one, spacing between the other one was spacing between letters. Now we have spacing between words, so it's the same thing as the name says. If I change this to 10, it spaces, it gives it more space. This one here is it's a horizontal kerning, and this is vertical kerning. It's the same. Horizontal kerning gives a space. Let's see, where's my cursor? Here, let's put it near nice, and then I change this to maybe 10 also. You see, it moves it. It's the same thing. If I had a number, if I had something here, let's go back, and then if I want to continue with this also. Okay, I missed where this was, but this will give you, oh yes, because of the recording sometimes it's not responding as I want. Let's go here and do something like have a nice day, have a nice beautiful day. Now I'm here, let's change this to also 10, for example, and then you enter and you see it moves it down. Now here, this thing is for block progression. Let's see what it does. It has many options. So if you choose this, it does is this. If you choose this one, it moves it to the another. It moves it to the left as it shows. I don't know whether it's visible, but that you see an arrow. This arrow tells you this is going to go down like this, and this, if I do it like this, it moves it. Now we move it back again, and maybe, and then one thing I forgot, when you choose this this one here, the block progression, this is going down. So we have the type text orientation in vertical text. This becomes highlighted, so you can choose this helps you in case you want it to be spaced. You can deal with it like this. This is another option when it's vertical. When it's vertical, this is not highlighted, this is rather highlighted, and then you can do things with this as well. So that's basically what you can do with the text. I mean, there are other things you can do as well, as I said, that we'll be looking at when you come to text, and then you can deal with things, you can work with this menu as well. And also there's a place here which is extension, and then if you go to text, you can change the case, you change do other things with it. But for now, that's what I have to do. Just I looked at the creating and editing text objects, or the text tool. Thank you for listening. Please help me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Bye.